5 reasons we're in Southeast Asia. Number 1, they have all these workout stations right in the park.
You know, in 2019, when we left our jobs and we were hiking on the Pacific Crest Trail, our plan all along when we had left our jobs was to go somewhere overseas after we had finished hiking. We knew the hike would take us about 5-6 months. We thought after that,
We thought
we'd
we'd
go
come
somewhere.
here, Southeast Asia.
Yeah. So that got cut short for us. We were here 2020 when COVID hit, and we ended up going back to the U.S. Really because we didn't have any choice. So in a lot of
And
ways,
that's when we bought Cupcake.
yeah, we are
Uh,
just we're resuming what
Where we
were,
left off.
yeah, what we had started in 2020.
Yeah, kind of our original plans when we took off some time from work was do some hiking, do some traveling. Our plan was not ever buy a truck camper and travel America.
No.
I'm glad it turned out the way it did because we've had a great time doing that. And we've seen places in America that I never would have seen otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay. Reason number 2, we came to Southeast Asia. People are so darn nice. Like, people just want to talk to us all the time just to practice English. Also to get money, but mostly to practice English. It's fun. There's really nice people here. Finances. Share dollars and cents. Steve was a corporate traveler for many years and earned a lot of frequent flyer miles from that. We also, I think we've said it before, we use an Amex card and we get frequent flyer miles from it. Of course, we can't really use it over here. So we came here with frequent flyer tickets. Cost us about how much in taxes?
Maybe $100 a ticket. It wasn't particularly
Yeah.
expensive.
So,
Round trip.
yeah. So our round trip taxes on our ticket cost about $100. So it was fairly cheap for us to fly here.
When we talk like in terms of, it's so cheap over here in Southeast Asia. So for us, like getting ready to talk with you today, it was going back and looking at our finances again. Now that we've been here in Southeast Asia, we've been in Cambodia, Thailand, and now we're in Vietnam. We're into our 4th month here. Our expenses, ballpark, are somewhere around here, around $2,500 to $2,900 a month. That's all in. That's
including storage at home,
Yeah.
health insurance, car insurance, all that stuff.
25 to 29 here. When we're at home driving Cupcake, our expenses from 2022 on the low end for a month, we were at about $3,000
For 1 month.
for 1 month. On the high end, this would have been January of 2022, we were closer to $8,100.
Because we had some truck repairs.
Yeah. So when we take Cupcake out of the equation
And the truck.
and the truck,
Cupcake is paid for. She doesn't cost that much. The truck is what costs a lot.
our expenses,
It's paid for too,
yeah,
but it's old.
yeah, our expenses are old.
Oh, no thank you. No thank you.
No thanks.
Have a great day. No thank you.
So expenses,
Shoe shine guy. They even want to shine your tennis shoes up.
expenses are significantly lower when we don't have to pay for truck repairs or Cupcake upgrades or wear and tear on the truck. So that right there all by itself, we talked about the expense of RVing, the expense of being boondocking all the time. There's a number for you. For us, an average of about $5,000 a month is average of what we're spending with boondocking and Cupcake.
And not only boondocking, we stay once in a while at RV parks too. We've met people who say that they live for $1,200 to $2,000 a month, but they don't ever eat out. They don't ever go to museums and places that they visit. They don't ever spend any money. So if we're visiting somewhere, I'm gonna pay to go inside the Corn Palace. I might not ever get to South Dakota again, So, oh, maybe the Corn Palace was free. That's not a good example, but we pay to go in museums. We pay to eat local food. We pay once in a while to stay at an RV park. We don't live on a Spartan. We choose to still live our lives, not be as Spartan as possible.
Yeah, I think I said before, you can, certainly with boondocking, you can choose to live in the desert and drink your own urine to save money. But that's not really what we do. But in all honesty, we're not trying to justify to you either how much we spend.
But maybe to our kids a little.
Because there ain't nothing left for you. So this was like reason number 3.
Kids, we're trying to be cheap so you'll have some inheritance.
Reason number 3, coming back to Southeast Asia for us, we knew that it would just be cheap. Having planned to spend somewhere between 18 and 24 months away from paying jobs. Originally, now that's stretched out. We're into
our fourth year.
So cheap is good for us.
Yeah.
And even when we're trying in the U.S. With Cupcake to be cheap, it's still really difficult to be cheap.
Nice.
Number 4 on our list is the luxury of time.
Yeah.
So we're not so focused that we have to run out every day and
see every
single thing every single day. We have the luxury of time. We spent 3 weeks, I think, in Cambodia. We spent 2.5 months, in Thailand, and we're about to spend 3 months in Vietnam.
We were talking about it the other day, and I kind of pinched myself a little bit. I was whining a little because our current room has only one desk. So while I'm doing any freelance article writing, I'm sitting on the bed, or else I could go upstairs to the dining area and sit there, which I did one day. But as I'm whining about my back hurting because I sat on a bed, I'm like, holy shit. I'm sitting on a bed in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, doing my freelance work. How freaking cool is that? I don't know. Who would have thought that we would have been here? I know it was our plan, but then COVID and life and we're in Vietnam.
Yeah. Gotta hook your feet.
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's probably not good. Oh. 5th reason we love traveling in Southeast Asia has got to be the food. It's burning my lips. It's burning my tongue.
It's really spicy. Part of our expenses of traveling around in Cupcake is food. Like we said, we
didn't get these chins from looking at food.
As we travel around, we're eating lots of different kinds of foods from different cultures. That's kind of our thing. We enjoy it.
We're foodies.
Yeah. And here we can be foodies, but cheap foodies.
What? I like to be a foodie. I like to try new stuff. I can't do the intestines. Your feet are a little long.
They're a little long.
You're going backwards.
When our trip is done in a few months, we're going to go back and get Cupcake. We've got Cupcake in a long-term storage facility right now. We winterized her before we left, and she's just kind of wading through the winter. A nice thing for us, because she's in a compound, secured compound, and it's not being driven at all, our insurance cost went way down. So we don't have to pay for moving coverage on the truck or the camper. So that's kind of nice. When we go back, we'll need to de-winterize her. We already made an appointment to take her into the shop She needed an oil change, we got the tires rotated.
Just regular maintenance after letting
yeah.
her sit so long.
Yeah, so that's kind of what's waiting for us on the other end, and then we'll start really our summer adventures back in the U.S.
Yeah,
So we've got plans.
we do. They all involve Cupcake, and hopefully you too. Hey, have we asked you lately to hit the like button and maybe even, down there in the, wherever it is on the YouTube thing, hit subscribe. We appreciate it.
Something else we do over on Patreon, we have content that we only give to our Patreon subscribers. So we've got extra videos, extra content, extra images.
So come on over and join the Cupcake Club. I'm like a late night TV. Come on over.
I've got a Floby, your name on it. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
See you next week.
All right, bye. Oh, yesterday we were watching a TikTok. I can't remember her name. Auntie someone. It's her
Yeah.
Vietnamese persona. She is a Vietnamese American, but
Yeah, she's Canadian.
she is.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Vietnamese Canadian, but she has a little TikTok channel, and she was telling you how to say banh mi. Oh, I said it wrong.
Yes, you did.
Banh.
No, ba, ba. Gotta go up like someone,
Like someone
hit you.
kicked you.
Ba.
Banh mi. Oh no, wait, me is.
That was me,
Anyways,
and-
okay, you gotta watch her video because I'm clearly all up. But the other day, I'm just gonna tell a random story. Could I tell a random story?
Tell a random story.
Okay. The other day, well, I don't know if I've told you before, but I read a book called Signs, Secret Language of the Universe. The lady's name is escaping me right now. My sister turned me on to her. And I asked our little dog Buddy for a pink bicycle as a sign that he's around or that he's okay.
He's dead, right?
He is dead. We had brain cancer and a brain tumor, and we had to put him down.
Brain tumor?
It was like sticking out, like this thing kept growing out, and the vet scraped it off and cut it off, whatever you do. I don't know. So anyways, at the beginning of 2019, we put Buddy down, and it hasn't been without some regret and some concern that what if we put him down early because we were going to be hiking or because we were starting a new phase of our lives. And honestly, I guess the truth is we might have put him down 2 months early, 3 months early. But I asked him for pink bicycles, kind of as a way to let me know he's forgiven me. And the other day, we saw Buddy riding on a scooter, on a grab scooter with his mom. And I was like taking his picture, and he's like smiling at us, and it looked exactly like him. And then in case that wasn't enough, a little girl right after that rode by. Like, these streets are crazy. And a mom had her little girl on a training wheel bicycle, pink bicycle, rode straight across us through the street. And then right as she was passing in the street, a pink motorbike drove by. So I'm like, oh yeah, Buddy is saying hello. Even in Vietnam, Buddy's saying hello. And then you saw Bacon. Something.
Yeah, something about Bacon.
Yeah.
That was the name we were going to give Buddy for a while. We tried out Bacon.
We did try to name him Buddy. I mean Bacon.
Bacon.
We tried to change his name from the name he came with.
Yeah.
He came with Buddy. We tried to change him to Bacon, but he is having none of it. So that's my story. We saw Buddy in Vietnam.